Yo guys, this is Andreas. He's a 15-year-old semi-pro soccer player who just signed 14 clients in 18 days. And 19 days ago, he didn't even know what SMMA was. And here's his secret. Take it away.
Okay, so basically, yeah, my name's Andres, and I'm a semi-pro footballer or soccer player. That's how you say it. And basically, so yeah, I just started like doing SMMA 19 days ago. Is when I found out what it was. I came across like a few videos, and yeah, I had an internship like lined up for me like to do 3K in 6 weeks, and I was just like, fuck it, and I quit the internship without my parents like knowing, even though they like lined it up for me and everything, and then I just took off and like just before I knew it, 5 days I had my first client, and then I started signing like multiple clients in the same day with your man here, Stefan's help. And yeah, well here's my little poster. I've been doing this every day for a
That's
while,
crazy.
60 outreaches a day, and yeah, I mean that's about it. So yeah, it's really like it's been my dream. I just started, and then I started signing like smaller trainers, and I signed a company, and I was like, damn, this is getting big. And then just yesterday, I signed an NFL player, an ex-NFL Super Bowl champion.
That
So
is
yeah.
fucking crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so what's the secret? How'd you do it? How did you sign 14 clients in 18 days? What'd you do? Bring us through your process.
Dude, I don't even know. I just like okay. So first of all, I did like the outreaches and everything, how you guys taught it at RSC,
Yeah.
and then I would just like send the video messages and just like it's just about energy, right? If like people like to reciprocate energy, if you have good energy to them, they're gonna give you good energy back. So that's really like the method I took for everything, just like psychology, and then I really resonated with them because I'm a soccer player myself, and they're all like previous athletes, and now they're training other athletes. So it just made sense in my mind.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. So what is the like what is your script if you want to put it that way?
I'll send it to you right after this.
Okay, we're gonna upload the script for you all. And so how do you because I know this is something people struggle with, how do you book so many meetings and how do you get people to say yes to wanting to work with you on the actual meeting itself?
Dude, I don't know. Like I would just message them, and then they would always just be like, well, the first thing is they would always be like, oh, I love your energy. Like, yeah, I'd love to hop on a call. And instead of just selling, like being like, oh yeah, dude, like I'm gonna make you all this money, I'd be like, look, like I'm starting out. I know I can do this for you. I'm the hardest worker you're ever gonna meet, and if you take this chance, best decision of your life.
Yeah.
And then boom, it was a meeting.
Gotcha. So do you think you would be where you're at today if you didn't have the energy that you bring?
No, honestly, no. Because I've gone on calls with people who were like they're really like down level, or like they don't have a lot of confidence or anything.
Yeah.
And then I see like their video scripts, and they're like, hi, can you like buy from me? It's like what are people gonna do? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you gotta play to your advantages. Even if you're like an introvert and you don't like talking, you still gotta use that to your advantage because you can listen better.
Yeah, no,
So it's
1000%.
everything.
What and so if you were to give us a day in the life, like what does a day in the life look like as a 15-year-old who now has 14 clients? Like what does your day look like? How would you spread it out?
Okay, so I'll give you like my normal day. I wake up at like 5:20. I practice at like 6:30 until like 9 about, and then I come back. I just do some outreach. I hop on a call if I have like a meet with anybody, and then I get on the RSC call, and that's where like I'm like lost in the mornings, and that's what really like lets me like get back on track
Yeah.
with Stefan, and then yeah, from there it's just after the meeting, just meetings the whole day basically, outreach, sales call, practice, and yeah, that's honestly it until like 11 p.m. and then I just go to bed, do it again.
So it's just sending outreach, sending outreach, sending outreach, sending outreach.
Yeah, and then well, okay, so I do this thing where every day I have like three heroes. One of them's Jeremy Miner, Alex Hormozy, and Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
And I watch like 3 hours of sales practice every single day, and then I practice for 1 hour
Okay.
every single day. Yeah.
So,
And now I've started doing all my ads and everything, so now I'm super lost with that.
gotcha.
So I spend a bit trying to figure that out.
So you do a lot of learning then as well.
Yeah, because I think I just started, dude. Like I've only been doing it for 19 days. Like what else am I really gonna do? It's like with the base I have right now, I have such a small base compared to how high I can go.
Yeah.
So the bigger the base, the higher I go. I just need to get a bigger base.
Yes, sir. That's what we talked about. That's what we talked about. Expand that base, then we can build up even higher afterwards. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you were right now to give anyone out there that's in your same situation any advice, what would you tell them?
Dude, just don't stop. Just find the greats and then just work with them, learn from them, and just keep on doing it. And the biggest thing is that you got to be creative. Like, take their ideas and then add on to it. Just add a little something, put it out there, and it's going to work eventually.
Okay, gotcha. So just like really innovate on what's already working. It's like get a proven concept, innovate on it, put your little spin on it, and go from there.
Exactly. Don't reinvent the wheel. That's like the biggest mistake.
Gotcha. So it's like you take what's proven, and then you add your creativity, your little splice on top of it, so you know it'll work, but then you know that it's different at the same time.
Exactly. Like for me, the Facebook ads is the thing that like everybody does, and then so I was like, okay, this is cool, like it works, and then I added like a little secret sauce on top, and then like, I'm not gonna say what that is, but then I started putting it out, and now it just works beautifully.
Yeah.
So,
no, for sure. And what's your intro message? Spill the beans. What's your intro message to people?
Dude, I don't know. I change it every time.
Well, what's your last one?
Profile. What?
What's the last one you sent?
Okay, I'll literally pull up my phone and check.
Pull it up right now. Live outreach session. Live outreach right now.
Let's see. The last one I sent was, hey, do you offer one-on-one strength training for athletes? Right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Boom. And you got a reply. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, because it's just, you got to make your profile seem realistic. My profile, I'm actually a semi-pro athlete, so I have my team and everything. And then when I message, they're like, oh, I want to train an athlete.
Yeah.
And then just answer. It's easy.
So how do you avoid the inevitable of people thinking that you're going to be a client? How do you combat that?
Well, so I just send the intro message, and then they respond with whatever. Half the time they do think I'm a client. They're like, oh, yeah, are you looking for a session or something? And then I just send the video. I'm super clear in, like, my video pitch.
Yeah.
And just, I just lay everything out. I'm like, hey, my man, like, I'm doing this. Let me make you money. And then they just say, yeah.
Gotcha. So you only send your pitch as a video?
Yeah, every single time.
Gotcha. And after they reply to your video, how do you get them on a call?
I basically just ask, like, when would you be free for a few quick minutes? Like, I'd like to show you just, like, a little bit of what I've learned, of what I've gone through your profile. Even if you don't want to work together, I can still, like, teach you some things. I can still give you some tips, like, to increase your brand awareness.
Yeah, I mean, you're well qualified to say that because you grew your IG account to what are we at, like 8K now?
Something like that? I didn't even touch on that. Yeah. So I've been doing that for the last few months, just like learning about like the IG algorithm and everything. So I made an account 5 weeks ago, not months ago. And then, all my videos have gone basically viral, like 2 million, 1 million, stuff like that. So then when people like click on my profile, they're like, oh, like he actually knows what he's doing. Yeah, so you did a fair bit of research on how to actually grow an account, so then you use that to your advantage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just research, implement, and then add your own little fire on creativity. Yeah, no, for sure. And do you think if you had an account with less followers, less posts, etc., do you think you would still get the results that you have right now? No, hell no. Gotcha. That's literally like, I definitely would have gotten results because a lot of it's just about like who you are, like how you act, your energy, all that. Yeah. But I mean, just think of it. If somebody messaged you with 50 followers versus if somebody messaged you and they had like 100K and a verified check mark, like you said today. Yeah. Who are they going to respond to? Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. It does. Social proof is undeniable. It builds up trust when you got more followers, regardless of who you are. It's like you got more followers, you just look more trustworthy. So exactly. No, you got a fair point. And so I know that a lot of young people do watch my videos, and they're probably gonna ask Andreas, like, I'm 15 too. How do I do it? Like, what sets us apart? What's different from me and you? Like how do I get successful like you? How do I close clients? I've been doing SMMA for 2 years and I still have no clients. And what would you say to them? I don't know. Join RFC. Talk to Stefan. But like, that's about it. Do you think like
realistically that you're different than other people? Like, I know, like, we're all different and, like, human being wise, but, like, do you think what you do is different than other people? Like, do you think someone could do what you've done?
Wait, can you say that again?
Do you think someone could do what you've done?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm very different than other people, but I think very different people are also very different than me. Like, we each have our own advantages. Like, maybe I'm a footballer, so, like, I can relate more to, like, a soccer coach or something.
Yeah.
But then, like, maybe your dad's, like, in the home improvement niche, and you're like, oh, like, I know a lot about this. Like, my dad knows a lot about this. He has a lot of connections.
Yeah.
So that's, like, just as big of an advantage as I have.
So how do you use the fact that you're a semi-pro footballer to your advantage?
It's like lingo and everything. Like, I'm on the call, like, I'm not all formal. Like, I start the call and maybe they're like a little bit formal. I'm like talking like, oh, like, hey, how are you doing, man? And then by the end of the call, we're already like cussing and like just talking normal. Like, it just sounds, it's like I'm talking to a friend. It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, you're just talking to a homie real quick. Like, yo, what's up, bro? Kind of thing.
Yeah, literally.
Gotcha. No, that's sweet. And so, I guess to kind of full circle and bring this to a close, like, if you were like, give some advice, spit some value, spit some game to the people right now. For everyone still watching this 12 minutes in, spit some game to them. You know, like give them some sauce.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Damn. Let me think. Okay, just basically, just do your outreach like that. I mean, that's really it. Just like if you do your outreach and you notice that you're sending more than like 100 messages a day and you're not getting any clients, then go back and revise and like you're probably doing something wrong. And just try to think like, if I was texting my friend about a meetup that we had, I wouldn't be like, hello, sir, like, do you still have time in 20 minutes from this hour? I would just be like, hey, bro, like, what's up? Like, you still have time? And then just just like, be yourself, just talk to people like they're a real human and talk like you're a human.
Yeah, and I want to touch on that too because I've been working with Andreas for the past, 18, 20 days now, whatever. And one of the things I noticed is like the two things that really set him apart is the lingo and the resonation. Like his energy, his relatability to the niche, to the people he's talking to is unmatched. Like he is quite literally one of them, it feels like. It almost feels like he's like their little brother. And so there's no barrier to entry. It feels like he's just talking to like, and I don't know if you can agree to this, but from an outside perspective, it sounds like you're like talking to like your older brother. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds like you're like such good friends already, and you're just like, oh, yo, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like it's super, super chill.
Yeah, exactly. And like with my clients, I'm already like friends with all of them. So like I'll be talking like I'll be at a restaurant and they'll like call me up or something. I'll be out with friends and I'll just be like, hey man, what's up? And I'll like put them on speakerphone and just like. It's just like fun. It's like there's no problem.
No, so I think the biggest takeaway for everyone is like, you know, you really want to resonate with your niche because it makes the energy a lot easier to match. It makes speaking their lingo a lot easier, which is a huge thing. Is like speaking the lingo because it's like you're then kind of like the same person, and it's a lot easier to chat with someone when you're compatible. I know people say opposites attract, but it's like. It's so much easier to chat with someone when you guys have like similar interests. Like I don't know if you guys ever talked to a girl, but it's like if you don't have similar interests, it's very hard to get a conversation going, right? Because it's like, fuck, what do I say? It's like, you know, I like hockey, she hates hockey. It's like, what do we talk about? It's like if you guys both love hockey, it's like, oh, when did you start playing? What's your favorite hockey team? Like, oh my god, like what position do you play? Like who's your favorite player, right? It's like you can just go on and on and on and on and on, and it makes life easier. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for all you out here who want to be like Andreas, it's like you got to be able to match his energy and his work ethic. I mean, talk about your poster right behind you.
Yeah, I made that one day. I like slacked off, and I started this thing yesterday. Actually, I make a sticky note every time I make a mistake that I want to remember, so I don't make it again. Can you even see that, Stefan?
I can see that there's a sticky note, but that's it.
But yeah, I write down anytime I make like a really big mistake or like something that like holds me back. I just write it down on a sticky note, put it on the wall. Underline it and just look at it. I just look at that like the whole day basically. It's just right behind the computer. To
make sure you never make the same mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's smart. Honestly, all you out there, start doing that. I might start doing that too. If I make a mistake, write down a sticky note, and that way you can never... Because it's okay to fail, right? It's okay to make a mistake. It's not okay to make the same mistake twice. Right? You make the mistake once, exactly. That's fine. Learn from it.
I think there's only so many mistakes you can like make eventually. So if you stop making all of them, like you're gonna be successful. That's like a fact.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's like you can only fail so many times before you're gonna get it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 1,000%. Okay, and just before we end this, like, what is your mindset? Like, I know a lot of people struggle with like motivation and discipline and having the right mindset, and it's like, what?
Mhm.
I mean, you've seen a lot of success in a short amount of time, but like, what keeps you going on days where you don't see as much success as you did yesterday, or days where you don't feel motivated, or like, what's the mindset for this?
Well, dude, I literally say this to like my prospects. Like when I'm talking with prospects, I literally tell them this. I'm like, my goal isn't to get rich tomorrow or next week or next month.
Yeah.
It's so that in 10 years I can do what I love for the rest of my life without like that nagging like risk of absolute failure basically. Like right now, I'm still 15. I have a lot of time. I'm living with my parents. So like if I fail, what's the worst that can happen? I start again until I get it right one time. So,
Yeah.
I just don't stop.
So you're not in this to make a quick buck tomorrow or next week or next month or even next year. You're in this for the long-term game. You understand if you put in enough honest work now, if you really put in that true work for now, for the next X amount of years, within 10 years, you'll be making a shit ton of money.
Exactly. Because, like, okay, I had the internship lined up. I could have made $3K in 6 weeks over the summer.
Yeah.
And, that's not terrible, but, like, I don't want like just like a small amount of money. I want something that can like grow exponentially, that eventually can grow and turn into something like a money machine, basically.
Yeah.
So that's like my ultimate goal. Like eventually, I want to have that, and right now I have to put in the work, so that's unreasonable that I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. And the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Like that is where you can get the biggest ROI because it's infinite. Like let's say you buy. I don't know, I guess RC, like $100 free course, I guess, or let's say you buy a $200 course or a $400 course or even a $1,000 course, for all I care. It's like, and then that skill goes on to then make you 10K per month. Well, that's infinite because you can make 10K per month till the day you die. So it's like you've got infinite return on skills. And I know you're a big preacher for learning, so like I guess you're a big advocate for learning and investing in yourself and really playing the long-term game.
Exactly. Like if somebody could offer me 30K for my agency right now, I wouldn't take it because it's not about making a finite amount of money that like I can spend or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just like money. Like money, you can spend it to get stuff, but if you don't have a way to continue getting it, it doesn't really matter. Like it's like you just need to be able to have something that you can work on, that you can grow. And I don't just want to have a finite amount of money, so that's why I play it for the long-term game.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. 1,000%. Well, Andreas, I appreciate you coming on here and sharing some knowledge, sharing some value with everybody. I hope that everyone watching this got something out of this and can go, sign some more clients with their agency because that's all that we want for you is success and nothing else. With that being said, do you want to plug your Instagram or anything like that?
Sure. It's I am Andres Contreras.
Okay, I'll put it down in the description if you guys want to go follow him.
Okay. It's too Mexican. It's hard to understand.
There you go. Okay, well, sweet, bro. Thank you once again, and wish you all the best. We'll do another one of these in a few months, and we'll get an update on this.
Yeah. Thank you, Stefan.
Okay, sweet, bro. Take
Appreciate
care.
it.